Stop judging so much. That's the title of today's video, and that's the topic we are going to be talking about today, right? Now, I don't have to go into too much detail about judging and, what that means or what the definition of it is. Everybody who clicked on this video, or just anybody in life, knows the terminology and the meaning of judging. Not only yourself, but others also, right? But this video is more so pertaining to people judging other people, right? You judging other people, right? Now, this is not me coming across saying that I'm perfect and that, I'm, doing everything right? Everybody has their times and moments of when they may judge another person, right? Especially before, they get to know a person more on a deep and more personal level, right? So that's more so what I'm pertaining to and what I'm talking about in today's video, right? Stop judging other people so much. So I may put that in the title, right? Like I said, especially when it comes to before you get to know a person more on a more deep and more personal level, right? Because a lot of people go through things, behind the scenes that they may not be willing to tell the other people, that they are not comfortable with telling, to other people, or just is information that, should be disclosed to them and maybe a few, close family members and just themselves personal, right? A lot of people go through things. A lot of people go through different experiences in life. A lot of different chapters, hardships, turmoil, all that type of stuff, trauma, right? And when you see a person, you may see them on their outward appearance, right? On their outward appearance and who they may perceive themselves to be, right? But most of the time, I feel like people, and like I said, even myself, this is something that I'm working on also, right? We don't take out the time to get to know them on a deeper and more personal level, right? Getting to know, the person's identity, the person's, their spirit, their soul, right? Getting to know them on that level, right? The personality aspect of it, right? You done heard that before, personality overlooks. That's another video I could get into. I ain't gonna talk too much into that today, right? But getting to know that aspect and that side of the person more, right? Because the outward appearance could, it could be a foolery, right? It could be a foolery, and it's only just the first aspect of getting to knowing a person, right? That's why you hear the terminology of don't judge a book by its cover, right? Because you may look at the cover of the book, but you ain't actually open up the book to see the information, the true essence of what that book has in store, the knowledge, the words, all that type of stuff. You didn't actually take out the time to get to see what was inside of that book. And that's the same with a person, right? Obviously, if you see a person who may not look as up to par, a person who may look a little bit more dingy or a little bit more rough around the edges, I guess you could say, obviously you're gonna judge that person most likely out of your own safety, right? Obviously, if you see somebody who you deem to not be as safe, or deem to see somebody that's a little bit dangerous or may not be safe to be around, obviously, you're gonna judge them on that level. And you obviously not gonna want to take out the time and the energy to try to get to know that person better, right? But maybe if you go up to them and you try to have a conversation with them, you try to pick them apart and get to know them a little bit more on a deeper level, you may figure out that the appearance that you may deem them as, based off the first interaction y'all had, you know what I mean, or the first visual interaction y'all had, right? You may figure out and start to see that, oh, you know what I mean, that person may not be the way that I deem them to be, just based off of how they look, right? They may not, be the person I thought. They may not be down low and dirty. They may not be ignorant. They may not be dangerous. They may not be backstabbing, any of those things, right? Because you actually took out the time in your day to try to get them, to open up and to get to know them a little bit more personal and on a deep. That's really what I want to come on here and talk about. Nothing that needs to go too much into depth, right? Like I said, it's a topic that you may have heard of, or that you have heard of before, have dealt with in life, right? But just try to get to know the beauty of people more so than the physical aspect, but the spiritual and the personality aspect, right? Because even if they may not look the most up to par, they may not be the most attractive person, they still got qualities of a human, right? Obviously we all human beings. They still got qualities that people deem, attractive, that people deem useful, that people deem, beneficial, not only to themselves as a person, but to other people around the world, right? So try to get to know people on that aspect, right? I know it may be hard. I know it's not easy. And I know it's what we inherently do, like I said, especially when it comes to withholding safety, right? And keeping ourselves safe, from danger and from things that may try to transpire against us, right? You gon' judge in order to keep yourself, on edge, and to keep yourself on the swivel, to make sure that, you are keeping yourself as safe as possible. But don't let that stop you from meeting, a lot of beautiful people and a lot of just good, genuine people in general, just because you think that they may be this certain way, or that they act this certain way, that they are, exactly that way. Try to look past that. Try to put on your little x-ray vision and look through the personality and stuff, right? They say that eyes are the mirror to the soul. So, try to get to know people more on that aspect. And you may see that, we all just human. We all go through things. We all have our own experiences, trauma, turmoil, hardship in life. And that, some people may express themselves in a different way. Some people may, carry themselves in a different way. But that don't take away from the fact that they are still human. So that's the topic of today's video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm out.